You obviously spoke about the battles that you used to have with Tyron Woodley in training and how you used to beat him, and then we saw what happened in the fight. And you've spoken to us about some of the sparring that you've had with Jorge all over the place. Where would you say you were more dominant, in those sparring sessions with Tyron Woodley or in those sparring sessions with Jorge Masvidal?
Oh, 100% with my sparring sessions with Street Judas Jorge Masvidal. I mean, they were violent. You know, he was unconscious multiple times. You know, I left Woodley in a pool of his blood and unconscious once or twice, but Jorge Masvidal, it was 10 times the effect on him. I mean, he's just the easier fighter. He's a little guy. You know, he's got no heart. You know, he's a front runner. I know how he fights, you know, and he's emotional more importantly. So it would be so violent. I feel so bad he'd have to leave in a body bag. Well, no, I wouldn't feel bad because he's a piece of shit person. He's a dirt bag, and he did turn his back on me for no reason. So, you know, I promise you, it's going to be violent. It's going to be nasty, and he knows that. That's why he's not saying anything, and he's probably going to avoid this fight as long as he can.
Has the UFC offered you this fight? Where are we at in terms of negotiations for it?
Yeah, Dana White came up to me after my fight immediately and said, "Hey, we want to do you versus Street Judas Masvidal." I said I accepted right on that night, in that minute. So he knows I'm on board. The UFC knows I'm on board. Now it's just about getting Street Judas Masvidal on board. That guy's scared. He's scared of my shadow. If my shadow was around him, he'd be running. And he knows he's the only money fight he's getting is me. I'm his money fight. That other fight that they're trying to do with that soy boy, they're not trying to do that fight. That's just a fight he's begging for because he won it one-sided, and now he's looking for an easy fight. You know, I'm not going to be looking to dance on his feet like Marty Fake Newsman did. I'm going to be looking to dance on his face, break his face, and he's leaving that octagon in a body bag. Mark my words.
He's locked on and he's blocking everything with shins and elbows. There's a meanness to him, but there's a calm meanness to him, which is what makes him so terrifying. And I don't think he's the kind of person that's going to bite to all the Adesanya, the unusual rhythms and stuff. Whether he can deal with it or not is a different thing. But the questions around, I mean, Paulo Costa's got lots and lots of TKOs on his record. We know he's not a thunderous one-punch knockout guy. Cannonier is. There's no doubt about it. He was sparking guys at heavyweight, and as he's moved down the ranks, has moved down the weight classes, he's maintained that power. But because he's taken off that 40-kilo meat suit that he was wearing, he's now so much faster as well. I just think he's the one to really push Adesanya in the striking range. I'm also so excited about Hermansson, but I'm sure we can talk about him another time as well.
Adesanya. Man, I think I'm on record a while ago saying I'm a big fan. I thought he was great with the microphone. I want to take it back, Brian. I want to take the last two fights. He's like turned me off. Like I don't want to be a fan of him anymore. The whole Yoel Romero, when he said I fucked up his leg with leg kicks, I thought that was just totally absurd and ridiculous. It was a boring ass fight. And then this one, I found myself cheering for Adesanya in the beginning, but by the end of the fight, I was actually cheering for Costa, even though he didn't do anything. I think he lost me as a fan.
Yeah, he did absolutely nothing. Costa, that I'm talking about, he did absolutely nothing except get kicked and then get knocked out